Just a tick under 70,000 packed in here at Nissan Stadium. Not a seat to be had as playoff football and certainly playoff fever have descended upon the Music City of Nashville, Tennessee. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Tennessee Titans. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Cole McDonald, 27 yards. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
And this is good. Our score is 7-0 Tennessee.
Makes the score Titans 7, Ravens nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And a penalty marker's down on the field. Yeah, they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. This time, Jackson will throw it. Flushed out right. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
He had 2 catches in the wild card game, and he's matched that total in the first quarter here in this one. And a first down as well. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And a Raven first down.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Beating him there with his legs, 21 yards, first down.
That was a good, strong run for a first down, and they are just dominating right now on this drive. They've stayed on the field, which consequently means the opposition's offense can't get out there and score any points.
Now here's Hill, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
Now the first carry for Derrick Henry. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, McDonald. Uncorks one for Davis. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Now an option play on second down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously, ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And they'll try to run the option here. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. But I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. McDonald. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's McDonald. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
after the penalty. It's Henry. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. 22 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Titans 14, Ravens 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. These two teams, of course, the Titans and Ravens, met in the postseason a year ago. And really, along with the Titans win the previous week in Foxborough, it was one of the shockers of the postseason. The Titans, a 6th seed on the road. The Ravens, they were the top seed, riding a 12-game win streak and coming off the first-round bye. But where that game was all Tennessee, they led 28-6 at one point, ultimately winning 28-12 and sending them on to the AFC title game in Kansas City. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
On the play. And it brings up third down.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a third down.
And it's third down.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. He's going deep for Brown, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 49 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
Titans take over first and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Derrick Henry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On second down now, it's Henry. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, 57 yards. And the Titans are going to take the lead.
Is good.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
6-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring it down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, Jackson. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Jackson's pass intercepted. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
17-yard line.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
It's 3rd and 16.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, McDonald. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they... Had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. Looking deep downfield. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 13.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Remember, earlier in this game, he lost a fumble. This time, it hit the deck, but he got it back.
Yeah, do you think he's breathing a monster sigh of relief right now? Could you imagine losing 2 in the same game and how that would affect you moving forward? Well, for him, high and tight, just like a good haircut. Never go wrong that way. Hold that football.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
The ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
This is Henry. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Henry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On third down, McDonald. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see today they rely more on the ground game here.
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now this time he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to run again. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Flush to his right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second and 11 now. Jackson, looking for Andrews downfield. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews there. And that'll make it third down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far. and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Harold Landry picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Hey, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back now pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here's Sam Cook now, standing just outside his own goal line. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And taken at the 46. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
A first down carry for Henry. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, a short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
I had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now we'll run with Evans. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He was brought down.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 35.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd and 9, Jackson escaping the pressure right, and it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Titans 34, Ravens 14.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they take a knee.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.